Well, we all knew this was coming. Nobody is surprised to hear this. We've been hearing rumors about this. We've been hearing talks and discussions, and everybody was talking about the possible trade scenarios for this man. But nothing was official from the man himself. We've now heard it. Deshaun Watson has officially requested a trade from the Houston Texans. He is done with this franchise. He wants to go somewhere else. I would just like to congratulate the Houston Texans for sitting back and personally just ruining your franchise's future. You did everything in your power to screw over this quarterback, and he is done. And to think, it hasn't even been a full year since you guys made this decision to screw the team up. You lost in the divisional round, you had that lead, and you blew it. You blew it. Instead of thinking, maybe we need to get Bill O'Brien out of here, bring in a head coach that knows what he's doing, and work on fixing that defense, maybe trying to add another piece to the offense, you sat back and you let this man trade DeAndre Hopkins for David Johnson and some picks. You sat back and let that happen. You traded away not only a top 5 receiver, but your quarterback's favorite target. You traded away that and gave him back David Johnson. Then you proceeded to keep Bill O'Brien after the nonsense he's proved. And as the season's gone by, game loss after loss after loss after loss. And you fire the dude. You bring someone else in. You still continue to lose. There's no help being made. You don't go out and make any moves to try and help this team during the season, and you guys just end in failure. Another season wasted, of Deshaun Watson's career, and it just gets to the point where you're just not doing anything that can help the team. The guy is giving you suggestions. He's trying to put his input in as to who should be next head coach for the team, who you guys should be looking at. You don't even really do any effort to focus like that. You don't do anything. The ineptitude of this franchise has been magnified this season. It's just been an absolute embarrassment. When you have players calling out the franchise, current and former, that's a problem. You have Deshaun Watson with him and his issues with the team. Then you have J.J. Watt publicly voicing his issues with the franchise. You have Andre Johnson agreeing with this and agreeing with Deshaun Watson if he wants to pursue getting out of Houston. Because Andre Johnson's talking about, this franchise has been known to waste talent, which he would specifically know because they wasted his talent during his time there. And DeAndre Hopkins coming out and agreeing with that as well. You have current and former players calling out how pathetic this franchise is and how they've been known to waste their talent. And you continue to just be absolutely pathetic in your search. And next thing you know, you just hire a head coach in David Culley, who Watson was not even looking towards. If anything, maybe if you would have hired Eric Bieniemy, maybe that would have been enough to convince him they're going in the right direction. They're listening to me. They want to know. But you don't. It just seems like you don't care. You just don't care. You don't care about your quarterback. You don't care about the team. You don't care about the fan base. You don't care. You don't care about winning. You don't care about being successful. You're complacent with the way the team is. If you occasionally make the playoffs, you're okay with that. If you win a playoff game, you're okay with that. You're not looking to be a champion. Deshaun Watson wants to be a champion, and it's clear that this team is not doing what they need to do to help him reach that goal. So he's done. He's done. He's tired of the nonsense. He wants to go somewhere else. Now, most people will be like, if you're Houston, you might want to trade him to the NFC. But honestly, just trade him anywhere you can get pieces. Just trade him away. Denver is a good destination for him. Denver would definitely be a nice place. They got some weapons and a defense for him to go to. There are definitely a few places that you can go to. Me personally, if I had my way, I would want you to ship him to Washington. That would be a dream come true to me. So just ship him to Washington. That division's already won. Nobody's beaten Washington with Deshaun Watson as a quarterback there. If you ship him to the 49ers, within 2 years, man, he's not only going to be an MVP, but they are going to be seriously contending for the Super Bowl. You send him to San Francisco, that's going to be a great destination. You could probably get some pieces there. You could probably get some pieces from Washington. Who else? New Orleans. New Orleans, definitely a great destination that Deshaun Watson can go. But I don't know if that's the direction that the Saints want to go, because it looks like they may be looking to have Jameis Winston take over. I don't know. But there are definitely a few. Then again, if you get an opportunity to get Deshaun Watson, you got to take him. Deshaun Watson or Jameis Winston. That doesn't seem like a hard decision. But I don't know what the Saints are planning to do. I don't even know how that situation is going to go. We'll see about that. But yeah, there are definitely a few destinations that Deshaun Watson can go, because there's teams that have the pieces you guys can get. And obviously, I don't know how much teams are going to be willing to give up to get Deshaun Watson. I don't think they're going to be giving up a lot, specifically because they already know Deshaun Watson is angered and he just doesn't want to be there anymore. At this point, you might just want to take what you can get. But then again, I mean, he's still under contract. Even though he can still determine where he wants to go, he's still under contract. So, I don't know. If you can get a good bundle for him, then take what you can. But I don't know what you're gonna get, because Deshaun Watson is just I don't see him playing, man. If this trade doesn't go down, if somebody doesn't trade for him and it's not a deal that the Texans are willing to take, then I don't know what's gonna happen. They got plenty of time now. Of course, the Super Bowl is just a little over a week away. So, this season hasn't technically officially ended until the Super Bowl is done. You got plenty of time in the offseason. So they got to figure their situation out. But Deshaun Watson's done. He's done. He's tired. He doesn't want to be in Houston anymore. And it's all their fault. It's just sad. It's sad. If I'm a Texans fan, wherever Deshaun Watson goes, I might have to head over there and be a fan of that team too. And if you don't want to do that, just go find another team to root for. This franchise doesn't care. This franchise just doesn't care. Stop rooting for teams that just don't seem to care about winning. They're not putting their players in any position to win. They're even ruining their own futures. This franchise doesn't care. I'm just wondering how long it's going to take before J.J. Watt's like, you know what? Just send me to Pittsburgh. Let me go join my brothers. Okay, TJ, Derek, they're both in Pittsburgh. Just get me out of Houston. Send me to the Steelers. I'm done with this team too. Because they also wasted J.J. Watt's prime. It's just, they've wasted so much talent on this team. They've wasted so much talent. And at some point, there's a breaking point. You can't keep playing for the same franchise that doesn't care about winning. They're not putting this team in any position to win. Deshaun Watson is the best quarterback you've had in franchise history. You were gifted this man. Not really gifted, you got him. You really got a golden guy. Somebody legit, a competitor, a winner, one of the top quarterbacks in the league. You drafted this guy, and you haven't done much to help him. It's gotten worse every single year. You haven't done much to help him. What is wrong with you? Come on. You haven't done much to help this guy. What are you doing? But you know what? It's fine. If you don't want to help him, you don't want to help him. He will find another team that's looking to win, that's going to give him a head coach that knows what he's doing, and he's going to focus on building the team around him and getting him pieces to win. And if he can't go to a team like that, maybe he can go to a team that already has that, may have to give up some pieces, and he can work with that. But he needs to get out of Houston. He's done. He's tired. He doesn't want to play for this team anymore. He doesn't want to be around this organization anymore. You guys have failed him. You failed him, and you failed your fan base. You failed everybody, okay? You failed everybody. Any talent that's left on the Texans, if you have an opportunity to ask for a trade or just, I don't know, I'm not going to say void your contract. Just find a way to get out of Houston. Just find a way to get out of Houston. This team does not deserve talent at all, because all they've done is wasted. Yet another franchise that has sat back and just wasted talent and embarrassed themselves and disappointed their franchise once again. A year ago, you were in the playoffs, in the divisional round with a 24-point lead, and it looked like you were possibly heading to the AFC Championship game. And a year later, you don't even make the playoffs. DeAndre Hopkins is gone. You fired Bill O'Brien too late, and Deshaun Watson is done. He wants out of Houston. Wow. The difference a year makes. This organization's pathetic. This organization's pathetic, and Deshaun Watson's not going to spend any more time here. He's done. There are teams you can send him to. For God's sakes, please don't send him to Pittsburgh. I swear, I kid you not. I can't. That division will be complete hellfire. You can't have a division with Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, and Joe Burrow. That's just too much. That's just too much. Winning that division is absolute chaos if you do that. Do not send this man over to Pittsburgh. You want to send him to Denver? Send him to Denver. He can be right there going up against Patrick Mahomes. You'll have Mahomes. You'll have Derek Carr. You'll have Deshaun Watson. And you'll have Justin Herbert. All four of them competing in that division. I'll take that. Send them to Denver. But do not send them to Pittsburgh. If you want to send them to the NFC, hey, Washington's a good option. I would love Washington. San Francisco is a great option. Possibly your best option. New Orleans is a good look. There's a couple places. So, Hey, Chicago. Man, if you can get them to Chicago, we can make this. Everything will be better if you can get them to Chicago. If I'm Chicago, you got to make the situation right. You should have drafted them over Trubisky. Go out there and get this man, Deshaun Watson. But with that being said, we'll see what happens. The trade has officially, the Deshaun Watson has officially just announced that he wants to be traded. He wants out from Houston. It's been officially announced. We'll just see what happens from here. With that being said, that's all I got, man. This has been a crazy situation. And I can't wait to see how this goes down. I'm out of here, man. Peace.